Alright, this video is getting uploaded to YouTube no matter what. This is like take 57 and I'm done trying to perfect this. So let me just start yapping. Okay, so my goal here is to make a video that's about me, that isn't really about me, because I see most of the people that make this style of my story videos ends up just being this long ramble about how great they are and how they came from fucking zero and then made that click like Andrew and Tristan. But that's not me, that's not my story, and also that's not my style either. My goal is to make this as authentic and genuine as possible. Also just share the lessons that I've learned along the way that I think you will be able to derive value from. That's kind of where I want to start this. Before I get into it, let me explain who I am and why should you pay attention to the rest of the video. I know I just told you I wasn't going to flex and talk about myself, but I have to talk about myself so you understand why you should watch this, right? So I'm 17, I'm in Bodrum, Turkey right now. I wear my dream watch I bought like a week or 2 weeks ago. It's a Rolex Datejust, don't forget the Datejust. It's also Jubilee, which most of the people are like, oh, you can get the Jubilee. It like fucks up all the time and get dirty, but it's way better. My friends are amazing, I can go to most of the events that I want to here in Turkey. And from outside looking in, I might look like somebody that's made it, right? Dumb flexing. And again, I just wanted to explain that you know who I am. 1 year ago, I was your average high school kid. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I had no direction. I had no fulfillment. And even though my life looked really fun, I was going out all the time and like I had friends, whatever, but I hated it, bro. Like I didn't hate it outwardly, but it was eating me inside. I would wake up every day and like I just had this looming anxiety that was like, bro, what are you doing? You're wasting your fucking life. And you're not doing anything. You're not doing any of the things that you used to want to do. You're not being creative. You're not building anything. When I was growing up, I was always obsessed with football and I would put all of my time, effort, energy into football and becoming the best player that I could be. And then once I got to high school, I lost that thing and I had no longer had this obsession and it would be eat me alive. I think this obsession, it can never die. You're either going to be obsessed with something that's good, that's positive, that's whether it's sports or business or improving yourself in any other area of your life. You're going to be obsessed with that, or you're going to be obsessed with eating your own mind, just negative thoughts, and I think that's where a lot of depression and anxiety comes from. It's just this, you never find something to put all of your energy towards that positive, but anyway, so I was your average frat bro, and my girlfriend and I at the time, we had just broken up. So this is like my lowest point that I would be ever in my life. I just started trying online businesses. I was doing SMMA, I would try cooperating, and then eventually I stumbled into what was my first semi-successful business. If you remember that Imangazzi SMMA model where it's like do Facebook ads lead generations for local businesses and get them more customers, and then they pay you a little retainer. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and I bought a course, and because I played football, I was like, yo, I can talk to my coach at the time, and so I find somebody that has like a local football training facility and say, hey, I can run your Facebook ads and get you more customers and I'll make you more money. All you have to do is pay me $1,000 a month. So I started doing that, and there were these Facebook groups that I started networking in. I started getting clients and working with them. We would get some results. It was going okay, like that was my first taste of running business. I did that for about next to 3 to 5 months, where it was just like get as many clients as I could. I was learning a ton. I think I got to like 2.5k a month within the next 2 months or so. I think my biggest month with that was like 3 grand. Solid for my age, but nothing crazy, right? And I also didn't think really it was sustainable because it was just tough. It was a hamster wheel. Like I was like churning clients because it was hard to get results for local businesses because they're broken as a whole. So the thing is that business started as a like very good training wheel style of business for me. It led me to next thing that ended up being right for me. Like the first lesson that I want to touch on is that you're never gonna know every step of the staircase when you're looking up at it. You're never gonna know that. You're never gonna know your entire path until you kind of complete it, right? But that fear, that uncertainty is what holds most people back. You don't take action because you're just scared that you don't know how it's gonna work out. But even now, bro, I don't know how it's gonna work out. Like, I'm making good money for my age right now, but I don't know how I'm gonna get to multi 7 figures. I don't know how I'm gonna put 6 figures in my bank every single month. So that uncertainty is just something you have to grow with, and you have to live with it. I don't think it ever goes away. So I did that for a while. I started to make them a lot of money, and I started to make some good money with them. And I just started learning all about Amazon and how influencer marketing works, and these brand builders. Those are the people that I started working with, because I built the skills up working with these online football trainers. And I was like, alright, I can apply this to e-com brand style of niche. So I started doing that and got a couple of clients. We got really good results. We found like some crazy, really big wins with influencers. Like I've taken business from 0 to over 10K per day. I've taken other guys from like a few $100,000 a month to different levels. Like it's been a lot of fun, bro, and it's been cool. So it's just been like a combination of skills that I've been able to acquire over time, and yeah, then eventually it kind of reached a perfect storm. So I've got lots of team members, including our influencers, and it's in a solid spot. We've kind of become to go-to guys for a lot of these people that wanna sell on TikTok shop. So that's been cool. But as I've given you this kind of brief of my story, there are just a few points that I want to touch on. The first thing again is like you're going to be uncertain. There are going to be points of uncertainty where you just don't know what to do, and as long as you go into general vicinity, as long as you go into general direction that you think you need to go in, then you're going to be fine. I hear somebody else say, if there's one thing that they could tell their younger self, it would be follow your curiosity, and I think that's the truest thing I have ever heard before. That's simply it. Follow your curiosity and go in the general vicinity, and then the rest will work itself out. I started the football training agency, and then that led me to TikTok shop operating. And then that has been like my main thing that has been like been able to bring me here. Just continues to work out like that for you. When you just do things that you know you need to do and you need to go in right direction, you kind of get luck on your side. I think you win over the universe, you win over the God by doing these things. And then that has been like my main thing that has been able to bring me here. And it kind of just continues to work out like that. For you, when you just do the things that you know you need to do and you go into the right direction, you kind of do luck on your side. I think you win over the universe, you win over the God by doing these things. And then just another doors just open for you. The biggest thing that I've learned along my journey is just you have to be okay with not knowing how it's gonna work out. As long as you keep going in the right direction, it will work out like even things look like fuck. So if my business went to 0 tomorrow, I know I could be okay. Like I know that the next day I could wake up and I could figure out a way how to make money. That's the level of trust that if you want to be successful, you have to develop yourself. Like that's the biggest thing. You have to trust yourself, because it goes back to what I was saying earlier about how you'll know your path. But if you trust yourself enough to start, you trust yourself enough to keep going when things are uncertain, that's when you're gonna find successful. That's it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this long little sit down and you got some value here. And if you have questions, let me know in the comments. Give me a like, give me a follow, or however that usually works on YouTube. God bless.